So Google Glass right now is a project created by Google. It is not ready for retail release just yet. We probably have another 6 months of development left to go. Right now it's only in what's called the Explore Edition. And that is an opportunity for people to make applications for it so that the ecosystem is more prepared when it goes live. But in our case, we've actually been using it for small business applications. I'm not developing anything for it. However, I am using it to enhance what Whitaker Brothers is able to offer its customers. Glass in itself is kind of like an extension of your cell phone, only for your face. It's got a few more extra abilities. It's really nice, especially for people who are very connected. So if you are getting 200 emails a day, this is going to be something that'll probably really help out what you do. I got involved in the Glass program because my solicitation to Google was that I wanted to see what applications Google Glass could have for a small business. We sell equipment that's been around for a long time. Paper shredders, paper folders, paper cutters, folder inserters. This is not new technology. We're not selling cutting-edge software. That doesn't mean we're not very good at it, but it means that the company, if you don't stay on top of it, could have the ability to kind of be a stick in the mud or remain stagnant in the way that it stays with technology. And we've already found quite a number of ways that this will enhance what we do, how we do it. And I could truly see a day when every one of our employees does use Google Glass or some sort of a personal computer that they wear that's as readily available as this is. But that was the invitation that I got, was to explore the uses and values of Google Glass in a small business environment. Well, there are limitations to exactly what Glass can do because we only have one unit. There's a slightly high price to entry, and also you have to get invited to the program. It's not available to everybody. But we've already seen some changes in the way we operate just based on the one unit that we have. I was personally on the phone with a customer about 2 days ago, and they were having trouble understanding how a multi-sheet feeder on a paper folder would actually work. So rather than spend another 10 minutes kind of trying to explain to them using words, I had them on the phone and I literally walked over to the machine in our demonstration room. I took 3 sheets of paper and I recorded myself in first person performing exactly the fold that they wanted, and we had made a sale within 60 seconds of that. The customer loved what they saw. They were blown away by the technology, and honestly, that was one of those victorious moments for myself as well. We had another circumstance, this happened about a week ago, where a customer in DC called us at 4 p.m. Eastern time, and we close at 5 o'clock. And they said, our shredder's down, we need a fix now. We planned on shredding all night long. We had no technicians available. They were all out on service calls, and none of them were going to be able to respond quickly enough, especially not in DC. So I took the opportunity, I jumped on the Metro. I was there within about 25 minutes, and I'm looking at a shredder, and I have no idea how to fix this. I was going to give it a shot, but I knew there was no way that I'd be able to fix it because I'm not a technician. Well, I got in touch with our lead technician, who's back at the office. He runs the technician side of the office, and we actually had a hangout whereby he could see exactly what I was seeing. So he was coaching me through my ear, and he could see through my eyes, and he coached me to make one adjustment to a PC board and also blow some dust off of a particular sensor that was located in the back of the shredder. And he said, that should do it, Kyle. And again, I've never fixed a shredder before. I can sell you a shredder all day long. I can't fix them though. We put the cover right back on the shredder. We turned it on, shredded no problem, and it worked all night for them. So right there, we managed to take our most tenured technician, and he was able to project his skills through me without actually leaving the office. And we were able to take care of a customer very quickly as a result of it. It's a fantastic experience, and stuff like this just seems to happen every single day. Really handy to have, and it really is on the bleeding edge of technology. I think that the future of glass and small businesses is going to be what all technology does. It allows you to do more with less. I already gave you an example of how I managed to go out and act like a technician even though I wasn't trained to do it, but because I had our lead technician speaking and working through me, it worked out. I just see the ability for lots of different opportunities. The ability to have anybody, anywhere, at any time, to take a picture of anything at any time, to have access to any information you need at any time, and it operates on a different level in a cell phone. I understand that you can go online and Google something and have the answer, but it's a whole different ball game when when you have a picture of a diagram of what you're trying to do right in front of your face and you operate using that. Just continuing to do more with less, cutting costs, being more efficient. That's what it comes down to. And I truly believe that glass is not technology for the sake of technology. I believe that it's technology for the sake of efficiency. Glass is going to have a pretty significant impact on, definitely on privacy, but also in security. If we focus on privacy, at least the current generation of Google Glass that I'm using right now, I can record at any time without saying a word. And this is something you wear for the whole day. So at any time when I'm working with a customer, they don't know that they're not being recorded. And that's something I'm always careful to cover before I go in there, because people are a little suspicious of it. And the truth is, although cell phones can record anything on at a second's notice, this is always there, it's always up there, and within 2 or 3 seconds I can start taking video or start taking pictures of whatever's in front of me. So that's something I believe Google's going to have to address. I think that future versions of the Glass Explorer program are probably going to have a light or a flash or something to indicate that recordings are being taken. But when it comes to security, I think my biggest concern would be, at least within our industry, we sell a lot of shredders to mobile shredding companies, to people who decide to outsource their shredding. The problem is, while paper's being dumped into this shredding truck, or while paper's being fed into this industrial shredder, you're going to have the opportunity to take pictures and take videos of the paper that's going in there, and that I see as being a risk for companies that use outsourced shredding. There are other security concerns too when people walk around with video cameras and cameras right on their faces 24 hours a day. I think that's the direction that we're heading in. Whether glass takes us there or not, I think that's irrelevant. I think that in 5 to 10 years, I think everyone's going to have a camera attached to them, and I don't think that the glass program will impact that at all. It's just the direction we're inevitably heading in, and people are going to have to adjust their expectations of privacy when they're out in public. But security is a whole nother ballgame. There are still things you can do to protect yourself, and honestly, it just starts with not putting yourself in a position of having somebody you're not comfortable with a video camera on their face handling your documents. And that's something that we're all just going to have to adjust to, and rules are going to have to be rewritten just like they were rewritten when cell phones started having cameras on them.